If you fuck me, then fuck you. And that's the way I like it. Yeah, that's the way I like it. That's the way.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about the first time I tried to sell dope, y'all. I know. If you've watched any of my other story times, I think I mentioned it in a couple of them that I was trapping at a point in my life. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm about to put y'all in my business. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. Okay, y'all. So I gotta give y'all kind of a backstory. At this time, I was 14 years old. I know that sounds crazy. I've mentioned that I was a very, very bad teenager. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know why I did the things that I did. I don't know, y'all. So at this time, there were a lot of people around me who was trapping. I lived in the hood. I grew up in the hood. And my stepdad actually is an OG from the same hood that I'm from. And he was a trapper, okay? Follow me, stay with me, y'all. He was a trapper, very well known. Cool, right? The boyfriend that I was with also used to be trapping. The homies used to be trapping. Like, that's just what it was. And I think people who don't grow up in areas like this, in the mix, would not understand how a 14-year-old girl would get into this, right? It's crazy. So I knew a lot of people who was already trapping, and I clearly was intrigued by the streets. Why, I don't know. Did my mother raise me that way? No, y'all. It's so crazy. No. Is my mother into the streets? No. So I don't know what to tell y'all. So I had the boyfriend that be trapping or whatever, and then in another story time, I mentioned that I met this one dude that was 21 years old. I named him Jason in the other story time, where I went to hang out with him for the first time, and he took me to a trap house, and I was scared and shaking in my boots. Okay? Yeah. So this is not too long after that, right? So I'm already comfortable in situations like that. One day, y'all, I was at my house. This is what's so crazy. I did not go out to purchase stuff to then sell it. I found it, y'all. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. I was at my house. Our garage was not connected like to the house. The garage was separate from our house, right? So I go in the garage because that's where the washer and dryer was at to go do laundry. Y'all, I walk in my garage and there is a mountain. I don't want to say how much it was, but it was a lot of white rocks. A big white mountain, I'll say, drying on top of the washing machine. I just mentioned that my stepdad had weight. Allegedly. This is all allegedly, and this is all for entertainment purposes, okay? Hey y'all, so I'm editing and I just had to say this, okay? This was 20 years ago that I'm talking about, and that's no longer my stepdad, and he is no longer involved in any activities that I am referring to in this video, okay? So once again, this is for entertainment purposes only, and this is all alleged. Okay, so yeah, at this time, that's what he did or whatever. So I don't know, it must have been late because he wouldn't have had it in the garage where my mom could have walked in and saw it, or me. Like, it must have been late. So I walk in the garage, y'all, and I see it. I know what it is because I've been around other people who sell it, right? So in my 14-year-old brain, y'all, I don't know. Like, I wish I could tell y'all, but I don't know why. I thought, oh, you should break off a piece and you should go try to sell it. Just crazy. So that's what I did, y'all. I broke off a piece, put my clothes in the washing machine, and went in the house and hid it in my room. So the next day, me and my homegirl went to school. I need to name her. She gonna be another story times because this hoe was, yeah, a mess. Let's name her Leia, okay? So me and Leia go to school, and at this time, y'all, I went to a continuation school. I got kicked out of school after the 7th grade. I'll tell y'all about that too. Kids, stay in school and go to school and do what's right, okay? I did not do what was right. I ended up getting kicked out of middle school, and I had to go to like a charter school. So we go to school or whatever, and I take the white rocks, to school to show my homegirl Leia, right? She live in the same hood as me. She got people that's from the same hood, all that. So, oh, and her boyfriend be trapping too, right? The boyfriends. So we come up with this plan, y'all. Like, oh, okay, you know, it be booming over here in this certain area. So we should go after school and try to sell it. Y'all, we don't know how to chop it down or nothing. I didn't even know how much it was. I didn't know how to break it down at this point. Like, crazy. Okay? Crazy. Bro. So, we tried to chop it up as best as we could. I don't even know how we could have figured it out. We didn't really figure it out, okay? So, Jason, remember I said the area, if you watch the story time about he took me to a trap house on our first date, if you watch that story time, I had mentioned that it was in an area that was known for trapping. But at that time, I was not up on it, right? But after that, I'm knowing like, oh, okay, this whole block and all up over here in this area, it be booming. We always heard of people being over there and trapping. And I had been over there with Jason. So me and Leia like, okay, well, everybody be over there trapping. So we just gonna go over there, walk around, see if we see smokers, and go up to them and try to get it off. Bro, like, what? Y'all, me telling this story is like crazy, okay? Because I just don't understand what was wrong with me. Like, I really, really don't. So that's the plan, y'all. We go over there, right? And we don't know where to go. We don't know smokers. Like, later on, you know, you build up a clientele, and or you go to spots where you could sit there and get it off or whatever. But just to go walk around this area and find people who look like they're smokers to go up to them and tell them what you got is wild. But that's exactly what we did. Like, crazy. So we're over there walking around. We see this woman, and I was pretty shy at the age of 14. She was more outspoken. She was like a taller, bigger girl, always fighting people over her boyfriend, bullying people over her boyfriend. So I was like, okay, you go up to him and tell him, right? So she's like, okay. So, and we were supposed to split the money. She was going with me. It's mine, technically. So she goes up to the smoker man, y'all, and I'm standing like a little ways away. I see her talking to him, and the man walks over with her, right? So he had like $20 or something. So we give it to him. Y'all, we probably gave him a $50 worth, okay? That's how much we did not know. He looked hella excited, and he was like asking like, do we got a number, right? Slipping, because if I knew anything at that time, we would have been giving out our number. But we didn't even have cell phones at this time. When I was 14, people was not having cell phones. People didn't really start having cell phones till I was about 16. And even at that time, most people didn't have cell phones. very few people had cell phones, okay? So yeah, I'm telling my age, okay? So we didn't have a number to give him. I can't give him my house number. She can't give him her house number. We tell the man, okay, we gonna be over here. That's also dangerous, bro. We're two girls. Even though Leia was like a tall, bigger girl, like this is a grown man. Yes, he's a smoker, but like, what if he would have just hit us over our head and stole the whole sack and ran off? That's so dangerous. And nobody knows that we're over here because who can we tell? Who can we tell that, oh, we're about to go over here and do this? Just crazy, nuts, okay? So thankfully, thank God, because God has always been watching over me, y'all. Always, because I have been in some crazy, dangerous situations, and I'm sitting here right now alive to tell about it. So thank you, Jesus, because y'all, he could have like beat us up and stole the sack and left, and nobody could have done anything about it, right? So cool. He's super excited. He walk away. He done just came up off of us because we don't know nothing. Stupid. So we walking around this little area. It was mainly this one street. It's a very well-known street in my area that's been booming for years, y'all, for a long time. So we see like a lady, a smoker lady, and we talked to her. She had like $5. We probably gave her a dub for that. But we hella excited, like we really doing something, right? So I want to say we out there walking around looking for smokers instead of them looking for us because they don't know us. For about maybe 2 hours, and we had only came across those two. So we made $25, right? But we're hella excited. We're kids, bro. I was 14, so she was maybe 16. You can't just walk around looking for smokers. It doesn't work like that, right? You gotta kind of be known. So we go to my house. I split the money with her. And cool, right? So our plan is like, okay, well, after school tomorrow, we gonna come do the same thing. Like, we gotta figure it out type vibe, right? Y'all, so the next day we go back. We're in the same area thinking like, okay, maybe we'll find more people. We'll be able to make more money today. Y'all, we didn't see nobody that looked like they was smokers. Listen, smokers already got a plug, okay? If that's what they do, they know where to go get it from. They're not going to be looking for two girls walking down the street on the corner. That's just not how it works, bro. But we were slow. So we go out there that second day, nothing. We can't do nothing, right? So we go home. So we gave up, y'all. We gave up on trying to be trappers because it wasn't working out, okay? So that was like my first experience with it, where I literally stumbled upon it and tried to sell it. Okay, it just didn't work out great. I ended up giving it to my homegirl, Leia, like I want to say a couple weeks later. And she gave it to her boyfriend because he, that's what he be doing or whatever. So that's it, right? I don't start actually trapping, y'all, until I want to say a year later. By the time I was like 15, I'm going to tell that part too. So a year later, right, there's a dope spot at the end of my block, basically, that's popping. All the homies used to be going down there. Cool. So I go with the homie, one of the homies or whatever. But it was too competitive, bro. I keep telling y'all I was a shy, quiet girl, even though I hung in the hood with members. Yeah, we all members, but I was still quiet. So we hanging on the block in front of this trap house. And as smokers would walk up, because there was so many of us, you would have to run to them and like try to sell it to them before they could even get to the house, because everybody has a sack and everybody's trying to sell it, right? Y'all, I'm not about to do all that. I'm not about to try to run in front of everybody, fast talk them, tell them mine is better than theirs, whoopty whoopty whoop. Like, I just didn't have it in me at that time. So I couldn't get no action, right? Because everybody's running over there. And the homie that was with me, he was telling me, like, girl, you gotta get up. You gotta try to go beat everybody else because that's just how it is. So I wasn't getting no action. I had this sack for a while too at that point. So I want to say maybe like 6 months later. So that's all of that situation, right? I tried to do it when I was 14. And then about a year later, I tried to do it again, right? So I want to say like 6 months after that is when I was buying it and able to actually get it off. Posting up on the block, being able to give them my number and kind of build my own clientele or whatever. Y'all, and I did that on and off for years. Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly. Until I was about 21 years old. Yeah. I was not raised to be like a gang member. I was not raised to be selling anything. I always knew right from wrong. Shout out to my granny, because my granny used to always make sure I was in church when I was a little girl. So I always had a relationship with God, and I always knew better. So even though I would be doing stuff, I would have times where I would like try to go back to school, try to work, try to do good, you feel me? But I will always fall off. Go back to trapping, go back to a lot of crazy stuff that we're going to get into at some point. Like, some stuff is deep, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's the story of the first couple of times that I tried to sell stuff and how I got into actually trapping later on. Don't judge me, okay? I've judged myself, and really only God could judge me. Like, I feel like all my stories are literally necessary to tell. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the story. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.